Sophie Elizabeth Cunningham was not built in a gym. She was built on a farm in Columbia, Missouri, where the mornings started before the sun came up and the work never really stopped. Born on August 16, 1996, to Jim and Paula Cunningham, both former student athletes at the University of Missouri, Sophie grew up in an environment where competition was not something you talked about, it was something you lived. Her father played football, her mother competed in track and field, and together they raised two daughters who would both go on to represent their family, their faith, and their home state at the highest levels of the sport they loved from the very beginning. Sophie's story was never about flash. It was about foundation. Growing up alongside her older sister Lindsay on a rural farm instilled something in Sophie that no training program could manufacture: riding horses bareback, doing chores, and spending entire days outside did not just build physical toughness, it built a particular kind of mental clarity, a grounded perspective that would eventually make her one of the most respected veterans in the WNBA. At Rockbridge High School, she starred in both basketball and volleyball. And she did not just participate, she dominated, helping lead her basketball team to 4 consecutive state championships. That kind of sustained excellence at the high school level was the first real signal that this was not an ordinary talent. When Sophie arrived at the University of Missouri, she carried every expectation that came with being a McDonald's All-American. And then she exceeded them. Over the course of her college career, she became the program's all-time leading scorer, finishing with 2,187 career points while also setting records for free throws made and three-pointers. She earned SEC Freshman of the Year honors, was named to the All-SEC First Team 3 times, and became the first Mizzou player ever to receive AP and USBWA Third Team All-American recognition in 2019. Her legacy at Missouri was not just statistical, it was cultural. She elevated the program, brought national attention to a school that deserved more of it, and left a mark so lasting that she was inducted into the program's Hall of Fame in 2025. The transition to professional basketball came in the form of a 13th overall pick in the 2019 WNBA draft, selected in the second round by the Phoenix Mercury. For many players, a second-round designation carries an unspoken message about ceiling and potential. Sophie heard that message and responded the only way she knew how, by proving it wrong one game at a time. Over 6 seasons with the Mercury, she developed into exactly the kind of player championship caliber teams need. A wing who could stretch the floor with her shooting, play physical and relentless defense, and bring a veteran presence that lifted the people around her. She was not always the leading scorer or the headline name, but she was consistently the player coaches trusted when the game was on the line and the other team needed to be stopped. In early 2025, Sophie was traded to the Indiana Fever as part of a multi-team deal, and rather than treating the move as a disruption, she embraced it as an opportunity. The Fever needed experienced leadership, and Sophie delivered exactly that. That season she posted career-high shooting percentages: 46.9% from the field and 43.2% from 3, while averaging 8.6 points and 3.5 rebounds per game and contributing steals and defensive intensity that her numbers alone could not fully capture. Her physical style and her willingness to do whatever the team needed earned her a reputation across the league as a genuine enforcer, a player who made opponents uncomfortable and made teammates better simply by being on the floor. She was also a key contributor during the Fever's 2025 Commissioner's Cup championship run, adding another piece of hardware to a career defined by winning culture and competitive fire. Off the court, Sophie Cunningham lives with the same intentionality that defines her game. She keeps her personal life genuinely private, preferring to let her work speak louder than any headline. Her faith is at the center of everything. She is a proud Christian who openly credits God for her confidence, her resilience, and the positive energy she brings to every environment. She has spoken candidly about how her relationship with faith keeps her grounded amid the pressures of professional sports and public life. and that authenticity is a big part of why fans connect with her so deeply. She is not performing a version of herself for the cameras. She is simply, consistently, exactly who she is. Her financial picture reflects a career built with both discipline and purpose. With an estimated net worth of around $2 million as of 2026, Sophie has built her wealth through WNBA contracts, including a one-year deal worth approximately $100,000 with the Fever in 2025, alongside endorsements with brands like Adidas, Arby's, and Ring, and a growing media presence that includes her podcast, Show Me Something, as well as broadcasting work with USA Network and previous studio analysis for The Suns. She has also explored opportunities in emerging leagues like Project B for 2026, continuing to expand her professional footprint beyond the WNBA season. Her lifestyle matches her values, practical, low-key, and rooted in substance rather than spectacle. She splits her time between Arizona, Florida, and the family farm in Missouri, drives reliable vehicles with no interest in luxury signaling, and structures her living situation around training, recovery, and the people she loves most. Community and legacy matter deeply to her. Alongside her sister Lindsay and legendary Mizzou coach Norm Stewart, Sophie co-founded the Sophie Cunningham Classic, a platform designed to promote girls basketball in Missouri and create pathways for young athletes from smaller markets and farmtown backgrounds. She has spoken up about equity in women's basketball, mental toughness, and the importance of staying true to your values in a world that constantly pressures people to be something else. She is the kind of figure who inspires not because of what she says, but because of the consistency between what she says and what she does. At just 29 years old and still playing at a high level, Sophie Cunningham's story is far from finished. She is heading into free agency with leverage, credibility, and a game that continues to evolve. She is building a media career that will outlast her playing days, investing in her community, and showing an entire generation of young women from overlooked places that heart, toughness, and authenticity are not just admirable qualities. They are the foundation of a lasting career. What aspect of Sophie Cunningham's journey resonates with you most? Her college legacy at Mizzou, her growth as a WNBA veteran, or the way she carries herself off the court? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this community always has the best takes. If you are here for real, in-depth breakdowns of athletes who do things the right way, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. There is a lot more where this came from, and you do not want to miss what is coming next.